I know this channel has been lately talking a lot of serious and sensitive topics, and most of the I talk, or you can call it I Sunday right now, since I mostly post this kind of individual stuff, some variety stuff that is not related to rhythm games, and sometimes in the weekends. And I honestly don't like making too much videos that I personally and talk in public that I'm gonna demonetize it because I talk too much about sensitive stuff. I talk too much about serious stuff. I talk too much about warning and PSA and stuff, and it's just not okay for my channel. But there's a big things, and it's kind of hit hard for rhythm gamers, especially me personally, because for those who new here, for those who also been along with me, watching most of my also gameplays videos, and it's basically also game is actually what makes my channel started. And I totally started my channels just with normal also gameplays, and it just I'm just shocked that last week, and by the time I was recording, and it was last week, and I just only heard this news like for a few minutes ago, and I was completely shocked. And I'm surprised, but it's just nonsense. So basically, that to get to the main points, I'm not gonna let you wait for any longer. That geometry dash and also gameplays will be known as spam, and I find it ridiculous. And it was started to known that this social media will terminate a bunch of channels regardless in the number of subscribers and views, and they just shut them down for good. It's really hard to get that channel back, but it just and some of them did, but it just slowly. So basically, that most of channels in this social media was terminated just because of also game content and geometry dash gameplay contents. And for those who totally new to my channel and have no idea what it also game is, I'm gonna leave the link down in the descriptions of the main game link. I totally don't do this whenever I just post the also gameplays anyway, because it just normal free rhythm games, and when you get into that website, it just basically it just gonna suck you in, like you're gonna sign up the games, you just download the game, you try it for yourselves, and then you got interested, you sign up for the games, and you just get into the online world. So the problem is I don't get is I'm used to play geometry dash, but it's not like the maps or the charts, whoever you call it, from geometry dash game, and that from other musics. I just mostly used to play geometry dash, and like in just an original from the original chart as well. Like most of the YouTubers playing the original games already, and they just got annoyed because you try over again, and it's just a simple rage game, and which I totally get. But if you go to like I have never tried it myself before, and I personally not gonna try it in the future because I already quit the Geometry Dash game because I understand this is like online games, but it's half offline and half online game because it's just all you have to do is just try harder games, but you just only earn the achievement in your account. But it just I normally play Geometry Dash with tablet. I don't play with computers, so I don't download the others maps or charts in Geometry that much, and I just don't want to try them much because like there's some people can just they add the songs and they try to make maps and charts. All you have to do is just look, and all you have to do that you just look and let your character just move, and you don't have to tap on anything. But if you tap anything, that it just kind of ruins it. But not all maps are charged in geometry dash or all that. It just you can try hard for yourself, and it's a part of one of the games. And I also understand that rhythm games is in the dark place, and a lot of people look down into them because most of the peoples that they use the songs that is not from the originals, that like it was copyrighted songs. Let me say, for example, in also games before, and in also games, and they are in a massive dark place of DMCA, which is totally starting with the Idol Masters, and then afterward it was Skrillex, and then even DJ Max. And after that, the drama happens between the famous also mappers and some guys. I just don't want to say his name because I don't want to promote anybody in these videos. And the UMG, aka the Universal Music Groups, also the MCA some maps in also game as well. And it was dark, totally dark on DMCA at that time. I mean years ago in also games, but Geometry Dash. I have never been to Geometry Dash community before, but if you've been there, just let me know in the comment down below to see if any music companies have DMCA your games before and muted the audios, or you just kind of block the downloads page, and then you cannot just play them anymore. And basically that I just want to start right from the scratch on how the copyrights works with rhythm games. So it starts with me trying the new contents on Love Live Square Festival with random, and with my gameplay style on Love Live Square Festival on off cameras, and I mostly play with totally no tap or hit sounds at all. I just gonna tap with my fingers just normally, and with music actually. That was started in the random score contents, and I got the copyright claim. Not copyright strike, is a copyright claim. And I just want you to take note this seriously that playing games on social media is not original content, which I totally get. Most of the Love Live songs, it was owned by the music companies called the Landis channel, which just have a bunch of Fana songs that made by really famous also mappers. I got copyright claims, and I was testing out for the first times, and I just tried to make like 3 videos of this new contents in the past to make it for a week schedule to see what happens. And there's a note. This is totally type cleared on online, and it says that they allow us to use their musics, but the profit is not from us. It's the profit from the music company, which is I totally get and I totally accept that, because we are playing games, but for the musics we just promote, we just do a shout out, we just do like just trying to help the music companies to be more bigger. And I'm glad that they don't keep my channels or any other channels who play Love Live Squatter festivals copyright strike, because we are playing their game, Love Live Squatter festival, and we playing Love Live songs, and we playing their game, which is totally fair use. And I I even doing plan B, like just in case if in the future if they phones copyright strike me or any other those channels, I even write the notes down and the links that if the music was even edited and the music is totally cut. And uh, and I have a feeling that they not interested on the full explanation, like easy explanation. I even put a link there. And I just realized that is they not interested, they don't care about it anymore. So I'm just gonna start doing like in all of the rhythm gameplays that I made in the past. That I'm gonna change it, and I'm just gonna write the directs, the copyrights notice in the video description, so they have better ideas. They just might care more about it. So they if they don't need them just a simple explanation, that's okay. So if they want the full details on the copyright laws or notice or anything, that's fine. I'm just gonna update the videos descriptions that I made in the past on all rhythm gameplays in as well. So these these music companies or anyone who copyrights claims or strike will gonna read them, and they have better understandings on how to solve the problems and not abusing the copyright systems. And talking about the abusing copyright systems, I actually was having a copyright strike before, and I also want to tell you guys what is the difference between the copyright claims and the copyright strike. So the copyright claims is actually is not, they used to, but now they trying to do like all the music companies or any owners of their music or any kind of movie or anything, they manually let them to spot copyrights claims, and even give them the choice to time swap the exact points that people gonna use the music without permission or use music illegally or anything. But what happened in the past is they used YouTube scans, like when the music companies, when the people who make music or make movies or make anything, they that post it on YouTube, they got their YouTube's confirm approve, and they will make like a copyright bots. I don't know if that true, but there's actually a full name of that, but I'm just gonna call it copyright bots, just to make you guys easier to understand. So let's take an example of a bunch of random score contents in my Love Live Score festivals on how copyright bot works. So you guess that they are fast at copyright claims or strike or anything? No, it's what actually that the copyright bot on how they works is once 1 second you post the videos of your gameplays on social medias, and the YouTube scan and the copyright bots immediately gonna spot the time swap, and they gonna find that hey, you used the song illegally, and the copyright bot gonna send the music companies, and they will gonna check your video out, and then I think that they just gonna read the copyright rules and laws and notice anyway, because nobody wants to abuse the copyright system. So it will much safer to you to put the copyright laws and rules and notice on what you did in the video descriptions, and even though that the copyright notice said that it's fair use if only use their products, their music, their movie for education, for anything good, for good fair use. But gaming is not educations, but it becoming bigger. Like I think it started like from 2013 or 2014. I cannot remember, and I'm totally not sure. But it was confirmed that rhythm gamers getting well known at that times, and then people posting rhythm gameplays at that times, and they got confirmed to be fair use, and it's just basically it. You're safe to post your videos on social medias about the rhythm games, and it's just for now that we are playing games that but with music from others, which we are promoting other people musics, and we just get better on the gameplays, and which everyone has a credits. You got the credit on your own gameplays, but the main credit is the songs, because you cannot play any type of games without a songs, especially rhythm games. So the credit must be somewhat from the music's owners, and you just basically that you are not in win situations when you post the rhythm gameplays in social medias. But on the bright side, that when in the past they are stated that you're posting musics and the rhythm games, but you're playing games like just for gaming. So they confirm that it was a part of the copyright notice that is for education. It's just for self promote, for gameplays, for anything, and you're basically living a happy life, and you're just gonna safely from copyright, and totally okay. You can move on with your life. But is that true already? And it was happened like last years. Then people just ignore about the problems, and it's just too much on copyright abuse. And there's some famous also gameplays channels, and that's a it happens before, and it's a big shocks on also games communities, and that big also gameplays channels got terminated just for a few months, and it's just because of the musics. And I understand where the music's owners are coming from, but it's a gameplay, and it was totally fair use. However, that big channels, they I don't know, they forgot or they just not gonna do it, but they just not putting the copyright notice in the video description down below. So the music companies, the music owners thinks that they use the music illegally, but they totally miss the points that that also games channel is gaming related, and there's gaming involved. They're sharing gameplays from others. They're sharing news, what's going on, what's the also games about, what's happening around with also players, and that termination from that big also gameplay channels back then was totally nonsense. And I'm glad they got that channel back, and they still working, and I'm just glad. And I'm glad that big and that big also games channel is almost getting silver play buttons right now. So I hope they will get that achievement soon. And to be honest, no rhythm gamers, they have phones channels terminations. Alright, by the time I was editing these videos, I realized that I forgot to talk about the copyright strikes, because I did mentions about the difference between copyright claims and copyright strikes. And I think it's better for me to add one more footage instead of just explain word by words at the time you are watching these videos, because I don't want anyone to get confused. And it's currently midnight, and where I currently live in Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam. And yeah, in the video I was recording back then with me in a red shirt is where is Home Alone, and of course I had to pick inappropriate because I'm not home alone by the time I was editing these videos, but me trying to record these videos as fast as I can to help you guys to understand more of the copyright strike things. And I hope my parents don't get angry, and I'm sorry if I sounds really quiet in this footage. So it just got really simple, because you can get many copyright claims as you want. Like for example, when I play Love Live songs and I play Love Live School Idol festivals, it's fine, you get copyright claims, but you don't get a profit, you don't get the revenue on anything, but at the end of the day you still save. But however, if you got unlucky, for example, back then I had the copyright strike by playing Orekara Machiko's did maps in Osu games, and of course I understand that song is not original in Osu games. It's not, Machiko is not feature artist in Osu games, and the music companies has the rights to get angry at these channels, so I get copyright strike. So to help you guys to get a better knowledge on what is copyright claims and copyright strikes, basically you can get copyright claims, which is the blue circle C, and when you click on the include copyright infringements or include copyright or anything, and at first it was just a copyright bots who spot your videos, who got the songs, and that it wasn't belong to you, and it was you have to wait and see if you got lucky. The music companies and we see the videos descriptions like the copyright notice, which I suggest you to should put in every single of your videos, and they find out that it was fair use, and they decide that you're still allowed to put the videos on social medias, but the venues on the music company, the music owners. But if you're so unlucky, like I used to be before, in that the videos taken down and you got the red circle C, which is a copyright strike. So I got a bunch of copyright claims, but blue circle C, which is you safe, and but it just depends on the music owner. It just depends on the music companies that you have to make them happy by somehow still following the copyright notice rule, like cut the music out, or you even use a Nico mod or double times. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if you still can get away with double time mod, but I suggest that you should use the Nico mod, because based on the copyright notice rules or anything, that's they say that it was used for education, but when gaming used to like start to get more well known now, so yeah, it later on it was considered as fair use. So yeah, there's another things that I used get an easier explanation, which music companies they just ignore about it, that the music was cut, the music was edited. But if you're not even edited the music that is in your videos, you can at least use a Nico mod in the rhythm games. But if you don't have the Nico mods in the rhythm games, um, I can honestly say good luck with that. And but don't worry, I know there rhythm games, not majorities, but there's some rhythm games they are willing to put rush mode, or make the song faster, or make the song slower, or make and just to simply just getting the songs in the gameplay is getting high pitch, but the speed faster, so you can just stay safe with the copyright notice. So it seems too easy to said and done. It seems like simple, but it's not that simple, because and I know that majority of games they doesn't have the mod to make the songs go faster or slower or high pitch or low pitch, and there's a lot of people they have to deal with, like making their own video to be faster and slower, which gonna ruin the qualities, ruin the contents, which I totally get. The only way we can know is just making the music owners happy, but we're just gonna wait and see how on the copyright updates is gonna be at the end, because and I just heard the rumors, not the rumors, but they are real, but there's some channels talking about it, and rhythm games channels on these social medias are terminated already, but uh, they get their channel back on track on these social medias because the copyright updates was so kind of I don't think it's messed up, but it's kind of unfair because it was supposed to be a freedom of speech, the freedom of contents. This social media is a whole platform, and everyone has talent, and they just want to show them, and everyone is special. So yeah, uh, I hope you continue enjoy these videos, and yeah. Copyright claims is blue circle C, which is you think about like a football. You got foul, but you don't have any cards. But copyright strike, which is red circle C. But when you're thinking about a football, it's gonna be yellow cards. However, it's not like football because if you hit with 3 copyright strike in under 3 months, your channel will go and shut down and terminate it. And I'm sorry, you. I wish you are lucky to be alive, but 3 copyright strikes in under 3 months, that is brutal. So yeah, I hope you will keep continuing enjoy these videos, and I'm gonna demonetize these videos. But for now, back on track. There are some copyright updates, and it's not like it used to be before. Like it's not like the past anymore. Like I mean, I understand why they said that also games and geometry dash was such a spams. I mean, I did see a lot case that most also game fan base they asking streamers on other social medias, they asking other YouTubers on social media who don't even know what rhythm game is or who doesn't play that type of games, and they say that hey, do you play that game? Hey, do you play this game? Do you play anything? And which I totally get that yeah, you're trying to promote your favorite games by asking others, do you play this game or do you play that game? Which I totally get that they want their idols, they want their favorite gamers to play their favorite games. And I got a bunch of cases like before, like a bunch of people asking me, do I play League of Legends, do I play CSGO? And in the first time it's okay, and I try to explain to them that I quit League of Legends because I'm totally suck at that games, and I never play CSGO before because I'm not good at tactic go games, I'm not good at shooting games, and I just feel like it's violence and it's ruining my life, and it just uh, gonna ruin my mental health as well. So I personally told them, well, not in public in here in this social media, but in public in like my Facebook or in Discord, which I don't share in the video description in these social medias, that I don't play those games. But when things gonna get annoyed that it's not every single days, but once in the events or once in the anything when whoever starts streaming or whoever just start doing making videos or anything and just keep asking that if you play that game, if you play this game, or over again, just asking the same questions like multiple times. That's what make other people getting angry, and they just gonna just getting annoyed, and they just at the heat of the moment they just gonna curse out and hey, that game is garbage, hey, that game is trash. And that was in the heat of the moment on other how other people react. And don't get me wrong, don't misunderstand my situation. I think that League of Legends still updating the games and the game is getting better. And I'm not cursing in that games. So is CS:GO. I think it's a violent games, but it's still really good games, and it's kind of the how the FPS game started now on how the first person shootings. They just yeah. I don't think those games are bad. I never have anyone in the heat of the moment saying those games are garbage. Even with my own games, I try hard. I also games all the times, and yeah. Sometimes when I feel tired, sometimes I feel in the heat of the moments. I just saying that I don't like anything. Uh, for example, I don't like this map, I don't like this game, I don't like anything. But it doesn't mean that I just personally speak to the public that I say that game is garbage. Just say I don't like anything and everything's a win-win. You don't curse on the games. You just say that I don't like anything. That's terrifying. I just understand. Just don't curse the game. Just don't curse on anything. That's it. But then this, yeah, I understand that yeah they start to see that also games and geometry dash to become a spam now, which some people are saying nonsense, but some people are saying that is makes sense. Some people, but why thing is when I see some case, why do they think that also games is a spam? Why do they think Geometry Dash is such a spam? We need to find the reason on why they see those games as spam first, and which I understand that yeah, they see the bad picture on those games before. Even like most parents thinks that also games is an adult content games even though it's not okay, it's not what it looks like. and and yeah, I understand also games use a lot of good illustration girls, but sometimes that they doesn't seems like safe for works to anyone's, and mostly like parents and uh, teachers or any types of people who works on social media. They just want the illustrations to be safe for works and not too much girls wearing swimsuit, not too much kind of nudities and stuff. But also games and geometry dash, they both make it clear that those games are totally safe for works, and there's even the quality assurance teams or any kinds of people who check out the background of the big maps or charts and how they use picture to preview the people to play maps and charts. There has to be like safer works. Right at the beginning, also games and geometry dash are the type of games that are available for all age. So you have to be clean, you have to be family friendly, and I'm just sad that because of the majorities on how the preview background pictures for the maps and the charts. Well, I don't think Geometry Dash are like that. Just also games, and I just sad that other people see that also games are don't content games, which I totally get, but that's not true. And and, and like also gaming communities like explain it for multiple times that and also is a free rhythm circle clicking games is available for all ages, and there's staffs, then there's people in the also communities. They check and the background photos, they check the background videos, they make sure that everything's family friendly, they make sure that there's no nudity, there's no gore, no blood. You don't have to worry about things. But when the copyright updates, you think that Geometry Dash and also games is spam, and it's just sad, and it's just hit hard, and how people see the also games, how people see the Geometry Dash. I know Geometry Dash really well. They have no illustration except just blocks and characters in just squares, and there's no even background pictures in that game. They just adding musics in the games, which is a lot of type of musics, but yeah, copyright music is unavoidable, and people just thinking it's a spam, and it just I feel really sad on how people who have no idea on rhythm games sees rhythm games like this. Like they think rhythm games are such a spams. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true because rhythm games is simply a games that you play whenever you really like to enjoy music. You enjoy to get involved into music, to play the music with the beats of the musics, and and the majorities of people around the world loves music, likes music a lot, and they want to get involved into the music. So that's how the rhythm games was invented. They wants people to get involved into the rhythm games, click and the mouse to the beat, or you dancing to the beat. You just try to interact the music with the beats. That's it. There's a lot of ways. There's a lot of ways that people can interact music with the beat, just with the beats of the music. So it it's just like basically just a simple reasons. Just just give the rhythm gamers a simple reason on why did you think that Geometry Dash, also games, and any other rhythm gamers who got their channel terminated in the past and they're trying so hard to get their channel back in the social medias. Just tell them a reason. Why do they think this is spam? What did they do to you? What did they do to you? To make you feel desperate and try to end their channels and to make your life feel better. And some of the people who make jokes in the past before thinking also games is not good. I don't want to roast also games because I personally really like also games, but I'm just talking about other people who make jokes on also games. I don't know is that jokes or they were real, but they just saying that also is a garbage game. And I personally really like also, and I don't think it's a garbage game at all. I think like it has a good visual art. It just not much majorities than the art styles and visuals they make from the staff in the also games communities. It's just like whenever also mappers they make maps, they find the art styles that make from their websites or from the movies. But I think it's the most majorities that most of the art styles and the background photos are just normally made by the visualizer from the also communities anyways. But there's nothing wrong with too much anime girls. There's nothing wrong with too much girls with swimsuit on the background photos to be viewed to the people who are about to play the certain kinds of maps in also games, but it's just the way on how parents on how social media sees, but it just and we talk about this like a million times that also games is family friendly. Okay, so please don't misunderstand about the game just because of the visual art, just because of the background photo, just because of copyright music or DMCA's in the past. So just forget about them. Just enjoy the game. That's it. But if the copyright updates, how can we just enjoy the games? And yeah, we can enjoy the games off camera, but there's people who wants to share their skills. There's people who wants to their skills to be known in publics, and they just want to make videos and share on social medias. And copyright updates recently doesn't allow us to do that. I mean, what do you think in social medias? Why do you think also games and geometry dash are spam? And I also heard the rumors that Mustache could be next. It's just a rumors. I don't know if it's true or not. And it's a kind of shocking for rhythm gamers. And I think that rhythm gamers using original music there is okay. Especially that in also gaming community already have feature artists, and if you have also contents with the feature artist there is fine, but with the music is not from the feature artist, you totally screw. Which especially me, I was lucky to be alive, and I totally privated like over 350 videos on also gameplays that I was played in the past just to be safely, and I I have never seen the case like this when you are saying that gaming is not the way that they used to be anymore, and it's just really sad. Aside is about the rain, it's about the dog. I'm just gonna end the video right here. If I say anything wrong in this video, let me know in the comments down section down below. Also, if I say anything that offend to anyone in this video, I apologize and I'm totally sorry. And I don't mean like it, and I just don't want anyone to misunderstand. Geometry Dash is a really good game. It's a range game. It makes you feel angry. Yeah, a lot of people they put the copyright music in the games, which I totally fine because I understand that Geometry Dash charters or mappers they love the music. They want to they want to put the music in the games by making a really good charts. So uh, that's what they did. The same way also games. Also mappers likes the music. Also mappers they like the animes, they like the movies, like the musics, and they just gonna try to make the best also beam maps possible, and they put in the games, and they got beam map nominators to checks, and they just get the beam maps well known on social medias, and which I totally get. But it's unfortunate for copyright updates this happens, and I, I just feel sad about these updates. Even though like right now there's rumors that there's some rhythm gamers who got terminated just because this copyright updates got their channel back, and I just don't want to take risks. I just don't want to get myself into trouble. So I just gonna private my also gameplays for a little bit longer, maybe a few weeks or just even a month. Because like right now I'm totally busy. Luckily, I found the free time to talk about this, and because this is really serious, and I just want to bring awareness for also gamers or people who are about to get into troubles on this kind of copyright updates. Like just social media just tell us why do you think also games and geometry dash is a spam? Just tell us. Just tell us why. It just that's sad, but yeah, it happens. Even though like right now there's some channels got terminated because of the updates, but they get the channel back. But I don't want to get myself into troubles, so I'm just gonna keep my also gameplays private just for a while, and at the meantime I'm just gonna reinforce my channel in these social medias by just trying to put copyright notice in most of the rhythm games I posted in the past and down in the video descriptions, just to make sure that I'm safe to posting the rhythm gameplays on social medias, and I just don't want to get myself into troubles. Luckily, I found my free time when I was home alone, and I got much time to tell what I can already know about these copyright updates. And yeah, I hope you understand. If you're a big fan of also games, and if you're a big fan of Double S, Night Course, I post normally in these channels. I'm totally apologize uh, on the reason why there's no also gameplays recently. So at least I hope you still enjoy my Love Live School Idol Festivals gameplays at the moment, because I'm just gonna keep these channels alive somehow, just somehow, because it's the only gameplays I can only think of to keeping these channels alive, and during the week, not not just in the weekend, just during the week, because there's yeah, I understand that you don't need to put videos daily, but I think that's when I got in a small channel like this, I just gotta be patient and just trying to upload as many videos as I can, and I try to play all the charts in Love Live School at the festival as well, and there's also another reason for me to put Love Live School at the festival gameplays during the week, because it's gonna make my life more complete, because I'm just starting Love Live School at the festival like in midway, and I need to finish, like I need to catch up on everything, and it's super tough, and at the end of the day I will try my best. But for now, thank you guys for watching, and it's sad for copyright updates, but I'm gonna republic my also gameplays back when things goes down. And as always, I hope you enjoy these videos, and the right things to do in this channel is to stay safe, and the right things to do with this video about the warnings, and for those who are still lucky to be alive here, to please private uh, the rhythm games, especially also games and geometry dash games. If you're playing Geometry Dash in original games, that's fine. But if you play from fan made or if you play from the songs that outside the original game, just private them. Just don't put them in publics. If you also gamers and you public the gameplay stuff from the songs from the future artists, that's totally fine. And because it's from the original games, but from the outside, not from the future artists, just don't private them, please, for the sake of your social media channels. And for now, thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.